Ohio YouTube. Watashi wa JD Dark Dead desu. Sumimasen, I haven't posted in a while, but here I am again. Just thought I'd make a post about some of the more interesting stuff I found in the news lately, including this whole nuclear bullshit that's going on, you know. Okay, so Iran's decided to stop its nuclear weapons development, nuclear testing, nuclear power, whatever. Personally, I wasn't impressed in the beginning. Like, they're going against the UN or the major 8 ideals by creating and developing nuclear technology, although I think it's wrong that we're allowing such great technology to go to such horrible waste. These nuclear power plants are becoming very safe, very reliable, and very efficient. The only problem that goes along with having nuclear energy is the possibilities of having nuclear weapons. Now, had they just been using it for energy purposes, good. They need it. I totally agree with letting everyone have nuclear technology. But with all the pressure that they've been under, they've decided to stop their nuclear testing, and instead they're going to help North Korea develop nuclear weapons. Go team. Okay, so also, on that note, Blair is pulling out of Iraq. Slowly but surely, he's going to be pulling out his 7,100 troops out of Iraq and bringing them back home. Now, that's probably not a monetary issue. He's losing the polls pretty badly, and I bet he figures this is a good way to get out of it. Still, I don't see him winning this next election. What's really surprising about the whole Blair pulling out thing is that Bush, just a few weeks ago, made a huge announcement to the world saying we need to start sending more troops to Iraq. He was basically begging the NATO organization to start sending more troops, and that countries should give more troops to NATO so that they can do their job. I don't think that's such a good idea, considering Bush has 100,000 troops in Iraq right now. A measly 7,000 is going to make little difference. Albeit they're fighting an entire country, literally, who doesn't want them there, but whatever. It's especially funny since right after Blair made that announcement, apparently all the other countries were agreeing on this, including Bush, who was quite alright with it, surprisingly. Along to go with this, a little bit of local news for you. Apparently, somewhere in Calgary, I believe it was, a lady decided that she would drop off a few files to her law firm while she left her kids in the car, aged 2 and 6. Now, the little girl, being 2, was strapped in the back. The little boy heard her cry, decided to let her go. The little girl then got caught in a power window. Now, I'm sorry, but parents, what exactly makes you think that leaving a 6-year-old and a 2-year-old alone in a vehicle while you go off and do errands is ever acceptable? Now, we've had cases in the past, they died of heat stroke, strangulation. Man, there's so much that could go wrong. Why take the risk? These are your kids. She was planning her 2nd birthday party. You could have been a little more aware about the daughter and a little less about the party. This is never an acceptable thing. Last little thing I want to go over. 2 things. DCA and prenatal vitamins. So, DCA. It's a little white, odorless, smellless, etc. Basically powder that's been used to treat thyroid problems and other minor things. And just last month, the University of Alberta made an amazing discovery that it was known to reverse the effects of cancer in mice. Now, this is totally human cancer, breast cancer, brain cancer, lungs, etc. what it does is it reactivates the mitochondria in the cell. Cancer takes, either destroys it or puts it to sleep. By reactivating the mitochondria in the cells, you're reactivating the autodestruct sequence for damaged or tumorous cells. That's one of the major roles of mitochondria. By doing this, you can effectively and quickly destroy almost any sort of cancer. The only problem with this is it hasn't been patented, which means it's free game. With that in place, it's extremely easy to make, cheap, and you could make it probably in your basement if you really wanted to. The biggest thing with that is, while it's being patented, the drug companies don't want anything to do with it because it won't make them a profit. Now, I find that a little sick. These pharmaceutical companies shouldn't be out to make a profit. They're supposed to be helping us get better. Now, sure, they might just be feeding us placebos all the time, for all I know. That's why I stay away from them. But this is a major breakthrough. There are hundreds of thousands of people every year who die of cancer. Something as simple as this. They added it to the rats' drinking water in minute amounts, and they got huge, gigantic tumors reduced to the size of, like, pinheads. It's ridiculous. So what I'm asking you guys to do is to make videos, post comments, do some research on this, spread the news. Let's try and get these pharmaceutical companies to hear us. And prenatal vitamins, I was watching CNN last night, and this is just logic for me though. Multivitamins are there just in case you're not getting enough of something. Being deficient in anything can result in great deals of damage and symptoms flaring up. So it just makes sense to take the prenatal vitamin when you're pregnant, although I'm not sure if it's just about the folic acid or not. But for any pregnant women out there, try and get a good multivitamin. Plug new life. Prenatal vitamins. Plug. No, not really. It is a good idea to get a multivitamin anytime. Try not to get tablets. Get a 2 or 3 time a day kind of multivitamin. Once a day don't tend to break down as well, and try and keep calcium and iron away from each other. Little health blog right there. Sorry. See me MSN. Anyways, this is JD Dark Death. Matane.